I'm so excited for this video right here, bro. We got Alfo Media. We're talking about the unexpected greatness of wrestling theme music, which, bro, this is amazing. I need to catch up on wrestling. No, I haven't watched anything since last week, SmackDown, and some stuff from, I don't even think I caught up on TNA Impact, bro. I watched a couple things from AEW, but that stuff was mostly from like 2 weeks ago. So I'm a little behind. That's what I'm finna do tonight. I gotta catch up on some wrestling and see what all happened. I don't really know. I haven't watched Raw, NXT, Dynamite, Collision, none of that. None of that, bro. I gotta catch up. But all that being said, I'm a newer wrestling fan, bro. I got into it almost 2 years ago now. I had known about it for a while, but I never really got into it. Now I'm locked in. It's all I can talk about outside of music, fashion, and cars. It's like it added itself into like things that I really like. Big wrestling fan now. And one of the things that I think got me into it is the theme music, bro. Randy Orton's Burning My Light theme song. Hey, nothing you kids, bro. That, oh my goodness, bro. I was listening to that before I even got into wrestling, bro. Like just as a song. I just really like that song. I love wrestling themes, bro. I don't know what my favorite one is right now though. It might be Jay's theme. Just me, Oos. Day one, I love that. Cody Rhodes theme too goes crazy. I don't know, bro. There's so many I like. Let's talk about it.
Maybe it's just my own specific algorithm, but I feel like pro wrestling is really in right now.
It is.
Of course, we have the number of mainstream celebrities that came initially from WWE, and then the inverse of famous people in Hollywood that do a stint in pro wrestling. Viral moments on social media.
Logan lost his title and hasn't showed up since.
Cross-industry collaborations, and of course, Stone Cold Steve Austin delivering a stunner to the man who will soon be the most powerful person on the planet.
I wish he'd do it again. Stone Cold, please save us, bro.
I've been making video essay things and opinion pieces on the world of music for about 7 years now, and rarely have I talked about my other passions in life, one of which is the deranged, insane world of professional wrestling.
Talk about it.
The Shakespearean drama of it all.
And that's the thing, too, for me, I'm not into, like, plays or, like, you know what I mean? But I love movies. I love stories. So, like, I think the problem is I didn't understand wrestling. I thought it was fake, like everyone always says. Wrestling is fake. It's not real, you know? And it's like, no, it's not. It's scripted. Yeah, but it's not fake. It's very real. And I think once I fully understood what was happening, I understood kayfabe, and I like got into what wrestling is for real, bro. I love it so much, bro. Like, it's crazy.
And most importantly, the lore of this stuff is absolutely fascinating. So this will be part one of a 2-part series in which I combine 2 of my biggest hobbies and discuss some of my favorite entrance music in all of pro wrestling. Just in case anybody needs this explanation, all the wrestlers have their own individual theme music for when they walk to the ring, and there are basically a few different categories of what they can get. One, whatever promotion the wrestler works for will have some kind of music composer or in-house production team.
I'm so glad Def Rebel is gone, bro. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of those Def Rebel themes do not hit, bro.
They don't. Songs from scratch.
I'm sorry, they don't.
Wrestler given some kind of creative direction that was given to them. Hey, Jim Johnston, we have a guy that is the living embodiment of cocaine. Please make entrance music for him. 2, the in-house musical production team might outsource a theme song to a singer or band that typically has nothing to do with pro wrestling, and that composer might work in tandem with the band to create something for the wrestler. Hey, legendary metal band Motorhead. Jim Johnston here. One of my wrestlers wants a theme song that sounds like you guys, but I can't quite nail the sound. Can you do it instead?
Time to play the game!
Yeah! Yes! The go, bro! Yes, sir! Yes, sir. Well, they gotta get him to sing the national anthem or something, bro. At War Games. Come on, bro. Don't play. Because AEW's on the phone with him, bro. Please, Hunter, do not fumble, bro. Please. Please don't, bro. We need that.
When it comes to this guy, an existing song and its licensing to become a wrestler's theme music or its public domain. Hey, Joe and Jen, we're going to pay you large sums of money so that Ronda Rousey can use bad reputation for her walkout
That's
music.
another example. Me personally, I don't really love Ronda Rousey's WWE run. I think, it was cool. It was all right. But me personally, I don't love that run. Yeah. And being a recent fan, like I've gone back and done, you know what I mean? Like I watched older matches and stuff like that, but I haven't locked in really on too many older stories that aren't going on now still. Like the stuff with Dom, of course, like I'm tapped in with that old story because it still kind of is going on now. Not really, but there's references to it all the time. So,
personal reasoning for favoritism in this video will be down to a few factors, including but not limited to the song fitting its respective character.
Fair.
I'm not going to harp on that one too much. It being enjoyable to listen to.
The other day, the homie Lemi and I were, when I was on stream, because I'm not streaming, we were on stream trying to think of like existing songs to change themes for certain people. Like we was cooking, like he came up with a couple of Britney Spears songs for Tiffany Stratton. I said a couple of JPEG Mafia songs for, I think Zilla Fatu. I don't even remember who. It was a couple weeks ago, but just like cooking up ideas because some people right now, and again, it's the fault of Def Rebel. They have themes that just don't really fit them or their vibe, or like they're too generic for them. You know what I mean?
In the context of watching pro wrestling, even more can it cross that boundary and become listenable and enjoyable to listen to outside of the world of pro wrestling.
That's fair.
But before we begin, I want to tell you about Upside. This awesome free app earns you cash back on everyday purchases like groceries, and it's really made me feel more empowered about my purchases. And we're not talking about weird, confusing.
I'm skipping it though. I ain't gonna lie. WI though, bro. WI, we let see it, bro. Do the things. Click the link. Do the stuff.
My list
Put the code in.
Some sort of prestige to it, and not just be every above average
some guy just lists all the good wrestling themes
theme song ever. So feel free to flame me in the comments for not talking about so and so.
Real honorable mentions. Okay.
CFOs with a $sign was the main team behind the theme songs of NXT from 2013 to 2020. They made, amongst other songs.
I just started watching NXT for real like last year. Because I think when I first got into it, I just got into main roster WWE. Then I got into NXT. Then I got into AEW. Then I got into TNA. Then I got into Stardom a little bit. And I've been watching like random indie stuff. What else have I been watching? Some Ring of Honor here and there, I don't really watch a whole lot of ROH. But every now and then, I'll tap in, see what Ring of Honor got going on. What other promotions do I like watch consistently? I think that's really it, though. I think that's really it. I don't watch a whole lot now because it's too hard to keep. Everyone has, a solid roster. Like, it's impossible to keep up with everything, especially if you're not watching live. If you're watching live, then it's like, that's cool, but there's a wrestling show on every night of the week. Like, literally, it's impossible to keep up.
Domination, which falls into
unless it's all you do
of having a specific pattern that many wrestling themes fall into. There's a clear pro and a very clear con. The pro for this one is that we begin with this grand cascading piano and then this huge chorus singing.
Okay.
I won't give in till I'm victorious.
I'm getting the emote ready for when he mentions Joe Hendry. Just so we know, please.
And it's super.
If he doesn't mention Joe Hendry, we still have part 2, so I'm not going to get mad. But if we get to part 2 and he still doesn't mention Joe Hendry, we're going to have a problem.
Anthemic.
I'm saying it now, bro. Come on.
The con that is the same for many other wrestling themes is that once the good part is over, you're just sitting with a basic generic guitar solo and you're waiting for the good part to kick in again.
That's true. Which kind of does suck.
Written by Jim Johnston.
I noticed that with certain people's themes too. Because, like, of course, everyone's always talking about the pop. You know what I mean? Like he had the clip in the beginning when CM Punk returned. Even when he returned to wrestling at AEW, that pop was incredible. But, like, not everyone can have that moment where everyone's just singing a whole song. I feel like Cody's theme is one of those great ones where, like, of course, everyone screams the whoa, but they're still just as excited the whole time. Whereas there's certain people's themes where it's like they're only really there for that one part, bro. And that's kind of it. I ain't gonna lie.
And performed by Brand New Sin, I could not leave the Big Show's Crank It Up off this list. It's pretty well made, very catchy in my opinion, and I guess that you could listen to it outside of the context of wrestling, but this song is just extremely funny to me.
I'm terrible song titles, y'all know that.
It's the song for the Big Show, and about every 8 bars, it's gonna remind you that the late, great, incomparable Bray Wyatt could have gotten on this list with any of the 3 main themes that he used over the course of his career, but I'm going to solo out the first one. For his original Louisiana Bayou cult leader gimmick, Bray used the song Broken Out in Love by Mark Crozer and the Rells, which WWE renamed to Live in Fear after purchasing the license. Like any of the songs that I will mention in this video and the next part, that existed as original music before pro wrestling came, obviously it's of a higher quality. It has its 90% own voice of the time and perspective, and yes, it's listenable outside of WWE,
of course,
because it was just music before WWE, and it will be during and after and so on. This track is an eerie blend of like a gentle alternative rock with some country in there, some psychedelia, and it fits the Southern Gothic character so well. It's a timeless song that could have been made by the Zombies in the 60s, 70s, or somebody like Nick Cave today. The band Breaking Point is behind Rob Van Dam's One of a Kind, and it's this kind of melodic post-grunge.
Yo, the ECW NXT 2300. Yo, oh my god. Can we drop the bomb for that? Can we drop the bomb for that, bro? That was so fire.
Healthy balance, but
that thug Wes Lito beat up RVD. Why would he attack him, bro? That thug.
Great pump up music.
I love heel Wes Lito.
A coolness and swagger in how it is pump up music. One thing that I need to mention is that some of these songs will have the band's version and then the version that actually plays when the wrestler is coming out. And for example, with this one, WWE kind of trimmed the fat a little bit, got rid of this intro and the first verse, and it just starts with Rob coming out to the sing-along chorus. It's this head-banging earworm of
hard though, not the best but close. All right, let's talk about it.
Written by Jim Johnston and performed by Adam Marinoff, Chris Jericho's Break the Walls Down
that's a good one.
In my opinion,
this is one of those ones that you can definitely just listen to as music.
A better version of the kind of thing that DX has with Are You Ready? Both of them work as sort of a rebellious nu metal vibe, but DX's is
we don't know controversial
and very caricature, while this one is a song. One major thing about wrestling theme songs succeeding is that initial sting that plays to get the audience's attention and have them know this person is coming out. Within that first second or two, is the audience engaged and reacting in some way? Not only does the song have a great...
I love moments like glass breaking too. For intros like Stone Cold, like that is just the moment, bro. It's like shatter, boom, we're here, the crowd's lit, the music, like, you know, stuff like that adds to it, bro. Love it. Stuff like that too. Burn It Down, Incest theme, you know what I mean? Also little things like that, bro.
Like a legitimately solid Rage Against the Machine clone by the second verse. More in delivery, not lyrics, but still, if they didn't name drop Jericho so many times in the song, I think it could have had legitimate traction on its own.
That's a fair point.
Ring the bell, ding, 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 actual famous musicians alert. I think that Mark Henry's Somebody's Gonna Get It, performed by the illustrious 3-6 Mafia, is super underrated. While trying to be respectful of the musicians over at WWE or whatever wrestling promotion we're talking about, or the random indie bands that they either outsource music from or that made a song that WWE takes for its own, a lot of the songs that end up being wrestling theme songs don't sound like real music that normal people would listen to. Oftentimes, it's
a lot of the times that's the case.
Kind of Twilight
especially
Zone
nowadays.
Music
with Def Rebel,
movie or TV song.
That's why I'm glad they're gone.
It feels manufactured, and it's kind of like this weird uncanny valley thing. But that's what it is. It is music made for a TV show and movie. It's typically not music that's just made for the sake of being music by super talented, famous musicians. Take, for example, two of the biggest theme songs in modern wrestling: Cody Rhodes' Kingdom by Downstate, or Def Rebel's Head of the Table for Roman Reigns. These are both above average as far as wrestling theme songs go.
That OTC thing, oh my goodness.
Sound like wrestling.
That's my
songs. They don't sound like actual normal music. Somebody's gonna get it by 3 6 Mafia is a song. It's raw, vulgar, dirty Southern rap. The flows are great. And it's crazy to me that in a more PG age of WWE,
in Vince era is crazy.
Song where they say, beat him up, break his neck, break his neck. Beat him up, break his neck, break his neck, beat him up, break his neck. John Cena, while undeniably important, is one of the most divisive figures in wrestling history. But whether or not you like Big Match John does not change the fact that this man has a platinum selling rap album.
Literally.
I have a whole video about
crazy.
Cena and his short-lived rap career if you want to check it out. But like, this is a real thing. He sold 140,000 copies first week. Look at the album cover. There's a song that sounds like John Cena's version of Family Business by Kanye.
Excuse me for a minute while I lighten the mood. Just clap with me like the lightning.
But of course, that's not
he
John
does.
Cena's
That is crazy.
theme song. His famous theme song is "The Time Is Now," produced by legitimately famous producer Jake One. It had those memorable horns, which, as I mentioned earlier, is a really good sting to pull you in. It had the dun 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 dun. And John Cena is a decent boom bap rapper.
He is. That's always been the craziest part to me. Like, if we're talking about wrestler rappers, because there's a bunch. There's a bunch, bro. Cena's honestly the best. Like, he's on the Mount Rushmore of wrestler rappers. Genuinely. Like, it's like him. I'll give it to, I don't know, bro. Swerve or Leo Rush. It's between Swerve and Leo Rush for that second spot. I feel like recency bias. I don't care. And then we'll probably give it to Max Caster, bro. Or no, just the Acclaimed in general. I feel like the Acclaimed, I feel like both of them, low key. There's got to be an honorable mention for number 4, though. I'm trying to stick with rappers, because like Joe Hendry isn't really a rapper. So I can't really say him. Trick Williams, low key. I mean, he only did it like twice, but he fired though.
I'm not saying that he's Nas or Rakim, but he's fine. And for a white wrestler portraying a character during the mid-2000s, fine is more than enough for me.
It sure is.
I'm still hot, knock your shell off. My money stacked fat.
Like, it's
all I have for you today. I will see you for part 2.
Okay, I'm gonna set up part 2.
Very best of the best and my ultimate.
Please talk about Joe Hendry
wrestling theme songs.
Please talk about Joe Hendry, bro. Please.
If you want to support my channel, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me on social media at RenchaHS. Other ways to support are via my Patreon, merch, or on Twitch at Alfo Media. And thank you again. I'll see you soon.
Hey, man. Big W video. I love when worlds collide like this, bro. Like, and the timing of this too. Like, bro could have dropped this video 4 years ago and I would not have watched it. I wouldn't have. Because like I didn't care about wrestling, bro. But now, like, I understand it now. I understand it now, bro. Like, it's so fire. I'm trying to think of other themes that are like I said, Burning My Light, I think is one of those ones that you can play just as a song, because I gotta skip to the part though. This probably gonna get hit with copyright. If it does, I'm gonna just mute it. Like, that's hard, bro. That's hard. But I really would love to see, though, JPEG Mafia do a legit wrestling theme because he's a wrestling fan. We know that. Same thing with Claro. I feel like the right type of person, the right type of wrestler would be able to, you know, pull off a theme by Claro. That's like more on the, you know what I mean? I don't know who. I don't really know who right now. But, you know, there's got to be somebody. I'm trying to think who else. We all know West Side Gun is a big wrestling fan. I need to see a couple people with themes from him. That would be fire, honestly. Trying to think who else do a wrestling theme, bro. Low-key Kenny Mason, bro. I feel like Kenny Mason would do a fire wrestling theme too, especially, you know, with the type of music that he be on. Like sometimes he be on that rock vibe mixed with the rap. You know, the right wrestler, the right gimmick, that will go crazy, bro. That will go crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I'm excited for part 2 though. It's gonna be fire for sure. We let us see it, bro.